about the time I fell into a quantum leap? No, I wrote at Red Rocks.
Okay, no, I didn't hear that.
Yeah, you know Red Rocks has like that big, really steep hill. Have you ever been there?
I've seen pictures.
Red Rocks has this really steep hill behind it. It's why it's a natural amphitheater, because there's a place to put the seats, right? And the reason they chose the spot for the amphitheater is it's the least steep area of the hill.
Okay.
So then there's this really steep area of the hill, and at the bottom of there is a parking lot.
Okay.
It's not paved. And so I'm biking across the top of the steep part of the hill, because this was like before we were even thinking of playing at Red Rocks. We were just there to go mountain biking.
Yeah.
And we were on that like rite of passage drive around the country. And I'm up there with my $2 bicycle, like trundling across the thing, right? And I look down at the parking lot, and there's all these dudes in monkey suits running around all over the place. Like it's 95 degrees out, and there's just monkey guy, gorilla guy, all the way across the parking lot. There must be 300 guys in monkey suits. And I'm sitting there looking down at them going, what the fuck is going on down there, you know? It's Red Rocks, it's sort of surreal, and it sort of works, you know? If that's at the mall, it's a little
more absurd.
Yeah, it's more absurd at the mall. So I'm biking, I'm looking down at the guys, and suddenly I slip and I fall because there's like a little avalanche spot, and it's all dusty and there's nothing to grab onto, and I basically fall like 40 to 60 feet down the mountain in one just boom, I'm down, you know?
Free falling?
Yeah, well, you know, I'm sliding along the ground and I'm trying to. What?
Were you on your bike?
The bike's still between my legs and we're falling down the mountain, and I'm trying to stop myself, but there's nothing to grab onto because it's just all dust. It's just like falling down a dust chute.
Dust in the wind.
Yeah, it's dust in the wind, babes. So I finally stop myself. I grab like a rock and I stop myself, and I of course I look down to see what the monkeys are doing, and they're all looking at me and pointing and laughing and doing the whole routine, right? So I'm like, okay, I got to go back up to the trail to save any kind of dignity and just get the hell out of here, right? But I can't get up. I can't climb up the chute because it's so slippery that I'm like, you know? And I still have my bike. I can't carry the bike up there. So I go all the way down. I take the rest of the mountain on the bike and try and look cool, and I end up in the middle of everybody. And there's a giant table of jelly donuts down there. And I'm just like, you know, because we were on tour of the country, we weren't eating that well, so jelly donuts look very appealing. And all the guys in monkey suits seem to be busy. So I'm over there and I'm just chomping one donut after another. And finally this like tall guy who shaves his head with like a headphone on, he looks like a Time Life operator, comes over and he's like, what are you doing at our dessert table? And I'm like, I just fell down the mountain. I have dirt all the way down my body. I'm like, I just fell down the mountain. I really just need a bite. Do you know where any water is, or perhaps beer? And he's like, you're not in this set. I'm like, well, what is going on here? And he's like, gets all indignant with me. And he's like, this is the set of Quantum Leap, and we're shooting a TV show. And I'm like, oh man, you gotta be kidding me.
That's fucking hilarious.
Yeah, so all the gorillas are there because he goes back in time and like ends up in the land of men in gorilla suits or something.
What's this, like circa 97?
Yeah, it was like 95 or something like that. So finally the guy kicks me off his set, like with the jelly strewing off the side of my mouth. He kicks me off.
Must have been a lovely sight.
I go back around to meet my friends, the other side of Red Rocks, and I have a cut all down my leg. I'm covered in dirt, and I'm just like, all right, well, what am I gonna do? You know, I can't cover this up. I might as well just enjoy it for what it is. And I can't, my friends aren't there. They went another way. So I'm sitting there and I have nothing to do. And I realize I don't have my sunglasses anymore because I'm like going blind. Me without sunglasses is just like Ray Charles. So I just like, where the hell my sunglasses going? I've lost these sunglasses 100 times, but I always find them. I still have them.
Okay.
But they're all so beat up, you know? So I'm like, wow, they probably fell off when I took the huge fall down the hill. They probably came off my head. So I go all the way back around the Red Rocks, and all the way down the trail, and I get to the spot where I fell, right? And I'm like about to get there, and I'm biking. I'm like, okay, I fell right there, and then boom, I fall right down the fucking mountain again. And then I'm going, geez, trying to stop myself. All the monkeys are pointing at me. And I stop at the bottom of the thing, and I'm like, oh, this is the worst. And then I look down, there are my sunglasses.
That's hilarious. That's great.
That's the story.
Go. People see you take the spill.
Oh yeah, they were clapping the second time I took the spill.
They
were like, way to go, dude.